Hey, so this week I learned that in our Calgary Public Schools, we've got sexually explicit material in our libraries. And did I know this? Well, I think like a lot of parents, we feared it and we had no way to confirm it. And the Minister of Education stepped up and said, well, we're going to have a discussion about this. We're going to make a list of books that are inappropriate, both sexually and otherwise, and we're going to put some more policies around this. Now, is it the responsibility of the Minister of Education? Well, in some ways it is, but you know who it is a responsibility for? The school board trustees. This is the very reason we have school board trustees in our public education system, is so that they can look, set policies, make sure our kids are being taken care of. Here in Alberta, we've got a very diverse and rich education system where there are choices, and people say, well, why? We have to support our public education. We have to support our public education. This is one of the best institutions in Western society. We have to support it. But parents have this fear. What's happening with our kids? And they put their kids somewhere else. And you ask, well, why? Why are they not? This is exactly the reason. We have things happening in our public schools that are fully inappropriate. You know, if I had a family member, an uncle, stepdad or something, sharing sexually explicit books and material with my kids, there would be hell to pay. Like that is not okay. That is not okay in any way. I would be talking to the RCMP. I would be talking to the police. There would be some physical altercations. It would be made very clear that this is inappropriate behavior and it should never happen. That person would be banned. That person would be labeled under the law as a sexual predator, and we would have nothing to do with it. I would be chasing jail time. And yet we have this institution where these books don't just show up. These books have come across somebody's desk. There are multiple people that have authorized this. There are principals, there are librarians. And for the principals and librarians, in many cases, there are policies in place at the school system that restrict them from doing anything. But there are other people that push these things in, that say these are the types of books that we need in our libraries. Those people should be equally treated with that same care. Brought before RCMP, brought before city police for making explicit content and books and with sexually explicit material in our public schools. Like, it's absolutely incredible. This is what damages our public schools. This is what damages what's happening with the trust of our parents. School board trustees are in place. That position has been put in place so that parents have a voice in the school system exactly for positions like this, situations like this. It is clear to me that, that there has not been care to look into things like labor. You know, I ran for school board trustee in 2021, and what happened is I had parents coming out of the woodwork saying, I don't know who to talk to. I've talked to the principal, I've talked to my school board trustee, and no one will listen. I had on multiple occasions parents who had daughters in Southeast Calgary schools being assaulted, sexually assaulted in the school, and just insane stories. And they're like, I don't know, I'm talking to you because I don't know who else to talk to. I've talked to the principal, I've talked to the administration, I've talked to the trustee, and they said, we can't do any, it's just the policy. This is the reason for school board trustees. This is why I'm running in 2025, because we need to restore trust in public education so we can continue to be the strong and bright shining light on a hill of our Western institutions. So if I'm getting that message, and people are coming to me, they are certainly coming to the principals, the librarians, the sitting trustees, the administration, say, why do my kids have access to this kind of content in the library? But you know what's happened is they say, oh, there's nothing we can do about that. We need to support everybody in the school. That is an inappropriate decision. These people need to be prosecuted. There needs to be, at very minimum, the sitting trustee body needs to say, we're starting an investigation. I want to find who these people are that are making these poor and inappropriate decisions, these decisions that will damage children. You know, if you want that kind of material, that's something in the home. But you know, the thing is, in many cases, if you bring that kind of material into your home, you're at risk from protective services, sexually explicit material in your home. Like, that's exploitation in the mind of some people. Like, either way, it is wrong, and someone in the school system is approving it and walking it forward. These things need to be investigated. Now, when I read the news articles, I see the Calgary trustees, the Edmonton Public School trustees, the ATA is like, why didn't people talk to us? Why is it being walked forward this way with our Minister of Education? Our Minister of Education has just dictated that this is the way it's going to be. Why is that? This is the head in the sand behavior, the lack of courage to stand up and say, let's get behind them and let's do something better for our kids. I am running for school board trustee here in 2025 in Southeast Calgary, and I need your help. Email me if you want to talk. I need volunteers. We need to get out to the doors. A lot of people are not going to see this video, and we need to find out what the issues is. We need to talk to parents. This takes an incredible amount of money for signs and brochures and time. And if you're not able to volunteer, please consider donating. Any amount helps. And it's on our website, my website, darzookfortrustee.com. And our public institution of public education is worth saving and worth doing well. And we need people in those places that are not going to put their head in the sand, going to find the important issues, and be able to discern what's important and what's not. This is way out there as a top issue, and it's been ignored for too long. I'm Darzook. Thank you for your support and your interest in this. Bye for now.